As rumors are true, we have a new LEGO Batman game coming out in 2026 called LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. It appears to be an amalgamation of all the Batman movies, such as The Batman, Batman Begins, and The Dark Knight Rises, and has created one whole story following Batman's career from beginning to being the legend that is the Batman. Today, I will be going through the reveal trailer and breaking down any little details and references that I could find. We start off with a reference to Joe Schumacher's Batman films, Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. Those films started the exact same way, with Batman suiting up. And in this scene, we can see that he's wearing the suit from the Batman, which leads me to think that this will take place near the beginning of the game. We get a glimpse of Alfred drinking tea, and he is very much inspired from Michael Caine's Alfred in the Dark Knight trilogy. We then see a few goons opening up a container to be met with Batman hanging upside down. He then drops down, and while I don't think it will be like this in the game, it cuts to black and shows Batman taking them out, which could be a reference to the hallway scene in The Batman. But like I said, I doubt it will be like that in the actual game, and this is probably just for the trailer. We then get to see a good look at the suit that he's wearing, and it is from The Batman. However, it is slightly different from the actual Lego minifigure. It has some yellow bits on the belt and the legs, and later on we could see the back, and it doesn't have the grappling hook like the actual figure. The next thing we see is Bruce Wayne as a kid falling down into the well like he did in Batman Begins. But this Bruce Wayne is wearing the costume of
The Grey Ghost.
This is a reference to the Batman the Animated episode Beware the Grey Ghost, in which Batman meets the person who inspired him to be Batman.
As a kid, I used to watch you with my father. The Grey Ghost was my hero.
So it wasn't all for nothing.
We then see an adult Bruce Wayne climbing in the snow and training with the League of Shadows, which is a reference to Batman Begins, as that's how Christian Bale's Batman learned how to fight. During this bit, we have a voiceover of Bruce Wayne saying the same line that Bale's Batman said to Alfred in the plane.
I need to become a symbol.
People need dramatic examples to shake them out of apathy, and I can't do that as Bruce Wayne. As a man, I'm flesh and blood. I can be ignored, I can be destroyed, but as a symbol, I can be incorruptible.
Alfred spills some tea, and the saying is in the shape of a bat, which I presume is what gives Bruce the idea of Batman. We then see Bruce in the cave with a light when bats start to fly towards him.
Looks very, similar.
Batman is on top of what I can presume is the GCPD building, making the bat signal, and you can see that the signal that he uses for the bat signal is the logo from the Batman movie. He then glides off and we get to see a good look at Gotham City. We then see Batman uses detective mode. My god, this game is going to be so peak. We're getting elements from the Arkham series as well. We then get to see what combat's like at the container yard from before, and we can clearly see the name Cord Industries. For anyone who doesn't know, Ted Cord was the second Blue Beetle before Jaime Reyes. During a cutscene, we see Batman say the iconic line,
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. I'm Batman.
We see that we will be able to drive the Tumbler from the Dark Knight trilogy, but much like the Batman suit from before, it isn't a one-to-one replica of already existing LEGO sets. Batman is then seen grappling up to Ace Chemicals, and if you look closely, you can see that just like in the New 52's Origin Zero Year, it is the Red Hood gang that is going after Ace Chemicals. We can see Batman gliding down, and behind him is Jeffrey Wright's Jim Gordon. The next shot is of the Red Hood's helmet being knocked off, and we can see Jack Napier behind it. However, they have used Heath Ledger's Joker from The Dark Knight, where he says the line,
Why so serious?
Speaking of The Dark Knight, we then see Batman fighting in the Dark Knight suit with none other than Egghead behind him. Something that I have yet to mention is that with certain attacks, you can see onomatopoeias appearing just like in the 1966 Batman show. During the interrogation scene, Batman says the "Let's get nuts" line.
Wanna get nuts? Let's get nuts.
In the next scene, we see the word Shrek, which is referring to Max Shrek from Batman Returns. Also from Returns is the suit that Catwoman is using. However, if we look more closer, it doesn't look like Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman, but more of Zoe Kravitz from The Batman. And looking at the top of the Batman logo we see here, it looks like it will be the Batman Returns suit as well. We then see Batman in a new all-black suit fighting what I can only assume are Joker's henchmen. We then see Batman using the explosive gel from the Arkham series. We now get to see the Batmobile from The Batman, and much like the Tumbler before, it isn't an exact one-to-one replica of the Lego set, but the only thing I can see that was kept from the Lego set is the engine. The following scene is a recreation of the Batmobile chase from The Batman, where we see the Penguin, but he does not resemble Colin Farrell's Penguin from the Matt Reeves universe, but is more like Danny DeVito's Penguin from Batman Returns. The last thing that we see is Bane as a Big Fig during the scene from The Dark Knight Rises, where he's saying,
You think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
The voice of Bane is Matt Berry. Well, that was everything that I could see in the trailer, but if there was something you saw that I missed, let me know in the comments. My first impressions of this is that it does look really good, and I'm very intrigued on how they're going to incorporate all the Batman stories with the movies, comics. One thing is for certain, when it comes out, I will be getting it.